Alright guys, good morning. So today what we're gonna do is some service. I know my front brake pads are done. I already checked yesterday. I took a fat ass out because I took off the wheel and all, and I checked, and I guess the AutoZone associate gave me the wrong brake pads. They're smaller than these. So now what I'm gonna do, we're gonna lift it up, put it on jack stands, and then we're gonna need the jack stands, caliber guide pin, one of those for, because this dries up, it's a lock thread, which you're gonna need. 11/16, you're gonna hammer it, which I probably don't recommend, but it'll get the job done. Only one bolt you need to remove. And then if this is for like any car, grease for the guide pins and anti-seize. And let's get started. Size over here is a 13mm socket. You're gonna need a big ratchet because of this tile in there. I don't have the exact size that goes right there where the guide pin is, but what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna hammer it right there, because right here has some angles that a wrench is supposed to fit in, but I don't have the exact wrench. So what I'm gonna do is just hammer it, and it should pop out. Should be there, and that way I can loosen this one, because then if I just loosen that bolt by itself, it's gonna move. So let's see what happens.
I heard it was good through the grapevine. I heard that you got a great mind. I don't think that we need to waste time. She fell in love with a shoe. I call that girl play on my glove.
Alright guys, so I already got the clamp off, so my mistake. Don't take this one off. Only take this one off. That one, because this one is already, you can't pull it. This brake line is right here, and it's holding it in position from the top in a way. That way, when you do loosen this bolt up and take it off, you can go like that instead. So now, look at my brake pads. They're not supposed to be looking like this. There's the other one. I already took off the other side. So now what we're gonna do, you wanna clean this area and that area. The same thing to the top. And then you should be good. That way you don't hear any squeaking, you know what I mean? Because a lot of this is the brake dust. So when you're pushing back the caliper pistons, make sure you do evenly both sides, because there's two pistons on the 2019 Dodge Charger RT, and I'm pretty sure it's the same thing for the 2015 and up for the calipers, the stock calipers. So you're gonna want to push them evenly in both, and then they should look like that. That way you have enough room for both new brake pads when you come back to them. Alright guys, so I'm finally back from running store to store just to get this fucking shit. So make sure, this is a helpful tip, bring your old brake pads to the store, measure them, see them about right. Now what we're gonna do, it's kind of cold, sorry about that. We're gonna put anti-seize here, and right there. And then it's optional if you put it here, but I kind of like it with black, so I'm not gonna touch that. And then I'm gonna install them, and yeah. So when it's all said and done, this is how it should look like. Like that. And then how you're gonna want to put it is, you're gonna put that first. You're gonna put that one in first, and then you're gonna want to slide it just like that, and then do the same for the back. Here's another helpful tip before you start putting everything tight. Put some lock thread tight, put some medium strength. That way when you do come back to do this later in the future again, you don't strip a bolt or whatever, you know what I mean? And it's so hard to tight. And this helps prevent like bolts loosening due to vibration. And yeah, and then even before this step, you can also check your guide pins, see if they need grease. This is a newer car, so I'm not gonna put grease or anything, and I should be good. And right now I'm at the bottom, so here's another advice. When you're about to tighten, make sure you tighten just enough that you can't pull anymore, and you should be fine. You don't need a torque or anything. And the same goes for the top. So when it's all said and done, that's how it's supposed to look like. It's in there, everything tightened. For the bottom too. Alright, so now I finished the other side as well. All done. Everything tightened. I only loosened one because I'm missing a bolt. I don't know what the fuck. It's supposed to be up here hanging, but I'm gonna just zip tie it up. And from here on out, put the wheel back on, snug them, drop it to the ground. Use your breaker bar to tighten them down to, you know, close to 100 foot-pounds if you know what that feeling is. Pushing it down, you know what it, you know, the feeling of a torque. And then you should be good to go. And then you just pump the brakes before you start it, and then pump the brakes again, and you should be good to go. Now, since you have it all onto the ground, pump the brakes, turn on the car, pump the brakes again once it gets firmed, and you're all good. So right now I'm pumping the brakes. I already did it before turning on the car. So here's another tip. Before leaving off your driveway after doing this, you want to go forward, press on the brake, go forward, press on the brakes, backwards, press on the brake, backwards, press on the brake, and then you should know that you're all good. And watch. Now I'm gonna put it in reverse. No one behind me before I catch a case. Alright, we're all good now. Now I gotta go work. I know this video was kind of pretty fast, but it's all good. Hope you guys enjoy. That's how you do your brake pad replacement on the 2019 Dodge Charger RT. And remember, make sure it's a 2-piston caliber brake pads, because then if they give you 1 piston, then you're gonna be all like, what the fuck? Because they gave me 1 piston, I have 2 piston in the front. You know what I mean? So, alright then, guys. Till the next video. Alright, good morning, guys. So today we're gonna do some maintenance on the car. We're gonna clean the filter, and that's probably about be it for today because I don't really got that much time. But look what happened. Broke the lip going to work. So what you're gonna need for this, you're gonna need a flathead. Well, depending if you have the box there, the original factory box, you need just a screwdriver, or you know, use your impact gun with the screwdriver bit, and just there's like 3 screws that holds the box, and you take that off, take off the old air filter, replace it with a new one if you need to, unless you have like the K&N reusable ones. But for me, this one's an oil filter, so now I gotta re-energize it, I guess you could say. And yeah, so let me get the tools real quick. So I just need a flathead, loosen it, should just pop out. Yeah. All right, give me a second, mother suckers. Turn it. There we go. And if you guys are wondering what kind of cold air I have, it's an Airade. This shit was all bright red when I bought it. Now it's all dirty. So we're gonna need to use when you're cleaning your air filters. Sick ass logo. I didn't even notice that when I bought it. So I bought this at AutoZone. It was around like 20 bucks, I believe. So it's the recharger. It'll still work because same shit, you know, oil. So it comes with a cleaner and the oil spray to, you know, give it that color and protect it. So what we're gonna start doing is rinse the gale hose, rinse the filter, and then spray all the cleaner, and then rinse it again, let it dry. Once it dries, then you spray the oil on the filter. So now, since I rinsed it, you're gonna use the spray cleaner. Let's see. Sure. Let's shake it real quick. Spin it. I almost dropped down the dirt right now, so So now I'll do this part off camera. So now after you rinse it, you're gonna put it in the sun. Oh shit. And let it air dry for an hour or so, if at most, if you need it to. It's better to let it dry completely and then spray the oil, and that's about it. So we'll wait for that to finish. So now, since it's about to be, it looks like it's dry already, so we're gonna use this air filter oil. So shake it and then
looking at these moves look like self-defense. I done did everything to help the bitch. What's up, sexy? Come sex me. I promise I can be faithful, just believe. Pussy smelling good with that summer heat. 6 threesomes for the night when I'm on number 3. I'm big dog, gotta be no.
that should be good. So you just fill it up, and once it dries up, give it like 30 minutes to dry, and then you just clean whatever and then reinstall. So it's been in the sun for about like 20 to 30 minutes already. Look at that. I'm supposed to be before and after. So now we're gonna put it back in. Oh shit, what the fuck? Did I mess up? Oh no. Idiot. It's just kind of hard, so. A second, just leave it like that. Fuck it. More horsepower. The gel has like at least 12. So let me put this back and I'll show you. So the way you're gonna want to put it back is like this first, and then you're gonna spin it that way. So there you go. Let's check it one more time. You don't want to tighten it too much because then you'll snap the hose clamp. So there we go. A lot better, cleaner. Y'all probably asking why it's missing the engine cover. I kind of like it like this better. It's a LS, you know what I mean? Just kidding. So that's it for this general maintenance part for the air filter. Some of you don't have to do this. Sometimes they come dry. Let's say for cold air, unless you get the Airway cold air dry filter. I went with the gel because I think the gel just protects it from getting any particles inside the engine, and it keeps it like a layer of protection. So that's about it.